Good morning, everyone. Today we'll start with a very interesting topic in hematology, that is a blood group system. Okay, this is a very important topic in hematology, and it's a very basic aspect. All of you will be having an idea about the different types of blood group. But again, it will be like a revision class, and we'll just discuss about the different types of blood group. So the blood group, what you have heard till now, that is only about the ABO blood group system and the RH blood group system. But after discussing about these two ABO and RH blood group, we'll be discussing about the different other types of blood groups which are seen in individuals, which is of not that importance. Okay, there are many blood group systems. Okay, so there are somewhere around 280 RBC antigens are recognized. It is recognized by the International Society of the Blood Transfusion. There are about 280 red blood cell antigens are there, and because of the presence of this 280 red blood cell antigen, there are somewhere around 245 blood group systems are there. But out of that 245, we'll be discussing about some 10 to 12 different types of blood group system which exist in human being. The blood group system will come into account or come into picture whenever we talk about the transfusion or transplantation. So in the case of transfusion, and you know what is transfusion, and in the case of transplantation, we have to think about the blood group. So without checking the blood group, we cannot go for transfusion or the transplantation. Now, what are these blood group antigens, or how a blood group is determined? That is what we are going to see today. Blood group antigens. Okay, blood group of an individual is determined by the presence of some of the proteins or a carbohydrate moieties which are present on the RBC membrane. All if you remember the structure of RBC structure, we have discussed I think 1 month back. You can just go through what are the different types of proteins which are present on the RBC membrane. There are various types of proteins which are present on the membrane of RBC. Okay, and the proteins and lipids which are present on the membrane are associated with oligosaccharide. What do you mean by oligosaccharide? The lipids, and all of you can imagine the structure of a plasma membrane, fluid mosaic model of a plasma membrane, which consists of a lipid, and in between that there are integral proteins. Proteins are of different types, you know. Integral proteins are there, extensive proteins, intrinsic protein, different types are there, and it is the main component of the plasma membrane is the phospholipid. On the protein and on the phospholipid, there are sugar moieties attached. Monosaccharides are attached one above the other, and it forms the oligosaccharide, or it is known as the glycosylation. So whenever the integral proteins are synthesized, they undergo a post-translational modification, and thereby glucose moieties will be added. Those lipids and proteins are known as the glycoprotein and the glycolipid. What are glycoprotein and glycolipid? The proteins which are associated with the oligosaccharide is known as the glycoprotein. The lipid which is associated with the oligosaccharide is known as the glycolipid. In the case of ABO blood group system, the blood group is determined by the oligosaccharide which is attached to the lipid or to the protein which is present on the plasma membrane. Clear? Whereas the RH blood group system is exclusively the presence of a particular protein which is present on the RBC membrane. So in the case of RH blood group system, if a person has that particular protein, we consider him or her as RH positive. If that protein is absent, then he is considered as RH negative. Clear? So RH blood group system is the presence of a particular protein, whereas ABO blood group system is the addition of oligosaccharide. There is a slight variation in the addition of oligosaccharide that determines a blood group of an individual. Okay, so if a particular blood group sugar moiety is added, then he is considered as A group. If instead of that, if another one is there, it is considered as B. If an individual has both A and B, then it is AB blood group. If he don't have that extra sugar moieties which are attached, then he is considered as the O blood group system. Fine, all are clear with that. So these are the integral blood group systems, are the integral proteins of RBC membrane. In the case of protein, the difference in the protein, that will be about regarding the amino acid changes. In the case of glycolipids or glycoprotein, it is the addition of carbohydrate moieties on the proteins of the lipid. As I told you earlier, there are 280 RBC antigens are there, and due to the presence of this 280 RBC antigen, there are somewhere around 245 different blood groups are there, and these blood group systems or the blood group of an individual is inherited by the Mendelian character. Okay. ABO blood group system was identified in 1900 by Karl Landsteiner, and he received Nobel Prize in 1930s. Okay. Okay. Today there are about 30 major different types of blood groups are there, and 130 major blood groups and 100 minor blood groups are there. They are the main clinically relevant blood group systems are, one is ABO blood group system, another one is the RH blood group system. Now before starting with this one, I will just tell you what exactly is the ABO blood group system. So in the circulatory system, so all of us we have the circulatory system, and through the blood vessel, the blood will be moving. Within the blood, there are different types of cells are there. The blood cells are RBCs and WBC. Now we are talking only about the RBC. We have finished completely about the WBCs in immunology. We are talking about the RBCs, and RBCs, you know that it is a biconcave structure. RBC, it has a biconcave structure. Why it is biconcave? That also I have told you already. On the RBC membrane, if an individual, if he has a particular antigen, and one important aspect that you have to remember is, whenever we talk about the O blood group system, we say that they don't have any antigen. But actually they have an antigen. The antigen which is present on the blood group O individual is known as the H antigen. Clear? Remember this and keep this in mind always. Blood group O, what do we say? They don't have any antigen. But they have an antigen on the membrane that is called as the H antigen. So I will just, for your understanding, I will make it in this way. This is the O blood group. O blood group individual, he will have a protein, oligosaccharide on the membrane, on the membrane glycolipid or on the protein, that is called as the H antigen. So in the case of O blood group, what is there on the surface of RBC membrane? They will have H antigen. What is this H antigen? A particular arrangement of an oligosaccharide. So this is in the case of O blood group. In the case of A blood group, next we are going to talk about the A blood group. They have the H antigen. All the individual, remember that all the individual, whether they are O positive, O negative, AB positive, A negative, A positive, B negative or B positive, all of us, we have an antigen on the membrane of RBC. That antigen is called as the H antigen. On the H antigen, if one more sugar is added, then you will be considered as A blood group, or instead of that particular one, if another one is added, you will be considered as B blood group. So in the case of A blood group, they will have this H antigen. On the H antigen, one more extra sugar moiety will be added. Okay, that I will explain you what is that extra sugar moiety. Then it is called as the A blood group. Next one, in the case of B blood group, what is happening? This is the biconcave shaped RBC. They have the H antigen. And instead of this particular sugar moiety, they will have another sugar moiety. So if this is the case, they are considered as the B blood group. And the next blood group, what is the next one? Fourth blood group, AB blood group. In the case of AB blood group, they will have H antigen. And here I have mentioned only one. Don't think that only one. Throughout it will be there. Okay, throughout the RBC membrane, the oligosaccharides will be added. For your understanding, I have made only one. And here what happens is, there are many H antigens. Some of the H antigens will be incorporated with the first monosaccharide, blue colored one, whereas the other H antigens will be associated with the second type of monosaccharide. So this blood group is known as the AB blood group. So what is there in the AB blood group? They have both this one, this particular oligosaccharide, and this also. They are considered as the AB blood group. All of you are clear with this? Now I will tell you what is that exactly on the what is that extra sugar moieties which are added on the H antigen. Fine. This is the H antigen, and I have clearly mentioned in the diagram. This is the lipid or protein. As I told you in the beginning, the sugar moieties, monosaccharides will be added and it forms the oligosaccharide. Oligosaccharides will be added on the lipid or on the protein. So you can consider it as anything, either lipid or protein. In the case of H antigen, the center one is the H antigen, or we'll be calling it as O antigen. The sugar, basically all the blood group, it will have this basic structure, that is the H antigen. That is, the lipid or protein will be associated with a monosaccharide, that is glucose, that is followed by galactose, that is followed by N-acetyl galactosamine, N-acetyl glucosamine, that is followed by galactose. Clear? So this is the one in the case of H antigen. All of us, we have this H antigen. The first sugar moiety which is added here is glucose, that is followed by galactose, then N-acetyl glucosamine, galactose, and a branched extension is there, that is the fucose. This is the basic one. In the case of A blood group system, so this is in the case of O blood group. In the case of A blood group system, what is that extra thing which is added? They also have this H antigen, but along with the H antigen oligosaccharide, they have one more sugar moiety. What is that sugar moiety? N-acetyl galactosamine. Clear? They have N-acetyl galactosamine. And in the case of B blood group, they have the basic structure. Till here it is similar. And instead of N-acetyl galactosamine, what is there? They have galactose. If galactose is added, they are considered as the B blood group. Clear? So now we have to see how exactly this is happening. As I told you in the beginning, in this thing, I told you that all of us, we have this H antigen. In the case of H antigen, how these H antigens are formed? In the chromosome number 19, okay, the chromosome number 19, we have a locus. In that locus, a particular enzyme is located. That enzyme is known as the fucosyl transferase. What is that enzyme? Fucosyl transferase, FUCT. You can write it as FUCT. FUC stands for fucosyl transferase. What do you mean by fucosyl transferase? It is an enzyme which can transfer fucose group. Clear? Now, in the case of H antigen, when this H antigen is formed, all the glucose moieties will be added. Finally, this fucose transferase will add a fucose group to the galactose. Thereby, H antigen will be formed in all the blood group system. In the case of, if an individual's blood group is A, okay, so if it is a blood group A, what is added? Along with the H antigen, N-acetyl galactosamine is added. This particular gene, N-acetyl galactosamine transferase gene and galactose transferase gene, both are located on chromosome number 9. Okay, we have autosome chromosome number 9. 2 pairs of chromosomes are there. In the chromosome number 9 also, there is a locus where 2 different types of enzymes are there. In whichever individual N-acetyl galactosamine transferase enzyme is active, okay, they will have the A blood group, and in whichever individual galactose transferase, that particular enzyme is active, their blood group will be B. Okay, so I will explain it in this way. In the case of A blood group system, what is that enzyme which is needed for the transfer of a glucose moiety? It is N-acetyl galactosamine. Galactosamine is added. So what is that enzyme required? Galactosamine, N-acetyl galactosamine transferase. Where is that enzyme located? They are located on the chromosome number 9. So whenever the chromosome number 9, in that particular locus, when that enzyme, the gene is active, N-acetyl galactosamine transferase enzyme will be synthesized, which will add an N-acetyl galactosamine to the H antigen. Then their blood group will be A. Similarly, in the chromosome number 9 itself, okay, another enzyme is there that is called as the galactose transferase. If that galactose transferase enzyme is active, it will add galactose to the H antigen. Then that individual's blood group will be B. In the case of AB blood group system, they will have both, in the chromosome number 9, both N-acetyl galactosamine transferase gene and the galactose transferase gene will be active. Thereby, some of the H antigens will be added with N-acetyl galactosamine and some of the H antigens will be added with galactose. In those individuals, the blood group will be AB. Okay, so in the individuals where these two enzymes, N-acetyl galactosamine transferase and the galactose transferase enzymes are not expressed, their blood group system will be O, because they will have only H antigen without any additional sugar moiety. Their blood group will be O. I think all are clear with this concept, how the blood group is determined. I will explain it once again. You just look at the diagram. I will tell you the important points now. ABO blood group system was discovered by Karl Landsteiner in 1900. He received Nobel Prize in 1930. And ABO system was the first recognized, and it remains most important in the transfusion and transplantation, which I told you already. When you go for transfusion, blood transfusion or transplantation, we have to check the blood group. There are 4 different types of blood groups. That depends on the presence of a particular antigen on the surface of RBC. Erythrocytes of individual having group A have antigen A on the surface, and if their blood group is B, they will have antigen B on the surface. And individuals with blood group AB, they possess both A antigen and B antigen on the RBC membrane. Individual with the blood group A, B and AB, they possess an enzyme called as glucosyl transferase activity, which will convert the basic blood group H antigen into A and B antigen. So that is which is the basic blood group? H antigen, or which is also called as O antigen. That is the basic one. The basic one will have the glucose, galactose, N-acetyl glucosamine, galactose and the fucose. Into that, other sugar moieties will be added and the blood group will be changed to A, B or AB blood group. Now the alleles of the blood group A and B differ in 7 single base substitution that result in different types of transferase activity. A allele, it is being associated with addition of N-acetyl galactosamine, and B allele is associated with the addition of galactose group. Clear? A is by the addition of N-acetyl galactosamine and B is by the addition of galactose. Therefore, antigen A is described as galactosamine and antigen B is described as galactose. Okay, so you can remember A antigen as NAGA also, N-acetyl galactosamine, N-acetyl A, galactosamine G, galactosamine GA. Okay, in the A blood group it is NAGA, B blood group it is GAL. Galactose addition will be there. In the case of O blood group cells, there is no antigen on the ABO blood system, but they possess an antigen. This you have to remember always, that antigen is called as the H antigen. This is the precursor upon which the product of the ABO blood group act. The H gene is called as the fucosyl transferase. Already I told you, FUCT, or you can write it as FUT. This will segregate independently from the ABO and it is located in a chromosome called as chromosome number 19. Chromosome number 19. Whereas AB blood group system, that particular transferase is located on chromosome number 9. ABO blood group consists of chain of sugars attached to the lipid or protein, which are the integral part of the membrane. The H antigen of the blood group O has a terminal fucose group which is added by the fucosyl transferase, which catalyzes the transfer of fucose to the terminal group. Okay, terminal galactose, fucose will be added. A antigen, they have an additional N-acetyl galactosamine, and B antigen have an additional galactose residue on the surface. Thereby, a blood group of an individual will be, this is how the blood group of an individual will be determined. Now, we have to see the genotype of different blood group system and even the RH blood group system. Okay, let's continue with the genotype of the blood group. You can look at the board and you see the chart which I have made in the beginning. In the case of a individual with blood group A, the genotype will be either AA or AO. Okay, the antigen which is present in them, it is A. Already we discussed about that. And the antibody which I have indicated as Y. Y meaning antibody. Antibody is a Y-shaped molecule. The antibody which is present in a blood group A individual is B. Next one, in the case of blood group B, the genotype would be either BB or BO. The antigen which is present is B and the antibody which is present in them is antibody A. In the case of AB blood group, the genotype would be only AB. Okay, and the antigens which are present are antigen A and antigen B, both will be there, but antibody, they will not be having any of the antibodies because they have both the antigens. In the case of O blood group, their genotype is OO and the antigen which is present is H antigen. As I told you, we should not write that there is no antigen. They have an antigen called as H antigen and the antibody which is present in them are antibody A and antibody B. How is it happening in the genotype? You know all the details of that. I'll just tell you. Each biological parent donate one of their two allele to the child. Thereby, in the case of A and B blood group, it can be either AA or AO and BB or BO genotype can be seen. Okay, A blood group have at least one copy of A allele, but they could have two copies. Therefore, the genotype is either AA or AO. It is similar to that of the same with the case of B blood group. Now we'll see the blood typing, how it is done, and you know how the blood typing is done already. I have told you under antigen antibody reaction, the blood typing process, but I will just tell you how exactly the blood typing is done. For that purpose, you need to take a clean glass slide. The blood typing is done before the transfusion or before the transplantation process. For that purpose, you need a clean glass slide, and on the clean glass slide, one drop of the blood will be kept, okay, to find out the exact blood group, whether it is positive or negative, and what is that ABO blood group, in that which one is your blood group. That can be checked by the blood typing process. For that purpose, you need to take a clean glass slide, keep 3 drops of blood. A very minute drop of blood is sufficient. Keep 3 drops of blood, okay, one for antibody A, and the second one for antibody B, and the third one for antibody D, which will determine whether your blood group is positive or negative. So after keeping the blood drop of the blood, you have to add the antibodies. In the first drop, you have to add antibody A or anti-serum A, second drop anti-serum B, and the third drop is anti-serum D or anti-RH antibody. After adding the blood drop, you have to mix it. Mix it with a sterile or a clean toothpick. Applicator stick or toothpick which will be available along with the blood group kit, that can be used. After mixing it, leave it for a second and observe for the agglutination. You remember what is agglutination, antigen antibody reaction. I told you already about the agglutination process. When an antigen combined with antibody, it forms a complex called as antigen antibody complex or an immune complex. Thereby you can see a clumping in the glass slide. That is called as the agglutination. So in the case of O positive blood group, if an individual's blood group is O positive, what do you mean by O positive? They don't have A antigen or B antigen, they have only H antigen. The reaction won't be happening with the antibody A or antibody B. Thereby, in the first 2 drop, you cannot see the clumping. Whereas, since his blood group is positive, in the anti-serum D drop, where you have added anti-serum D, there you can see a clumping. That indicates that individual's blood group is O positive. In the case of O negative, you cannot see clumping in any of them because they don't have the RH antigen. They don't have A antigen or B antigen. Thereby, the drop what you are adding, the blood drop and the anti-serum which is mixed will be clear. You cannot see any powdery or red colored dotted appearance will not be seen on the glass slide. In the case of A positive blood group, you are taking 3 drops of blood. Into that you are adding antibody A, antibody B and antibody D. After mixing it, since it is A positive, you can see clumping in A where you have added antibody A, and wherever you have added antibody D, there you can see the clumping. Clear? So since A blood group, what is there? They have antigen A. Thereby, when you add an antibody into antibody A, reaction happens, and you can see clumping in A and D. That indicates A positive. If it is A negative, only clumping can be seen only in the first one. No clumping in the RH one. B positive, you can see clumping in the second and the third one. In B negative, only in the second one. AB positive, you can see clumping in all because they have antigen A, antigen B, and also they are RH positive. Thereby, you can see clumping in all the drops. In the case of AB negative, you cannot see clumping in the RH antibody, whereas clumping can be seen in the A and B. That indicates that their blood group is AB negative. And always we talk about the universal donor and the universal recipient, and generally in the general conversation we will say that O blood group is the universal donor. You cannot say that being a student who has done completed with the hematology portions. You have to say that O negative is the universal donor. Why O negative is the universal donor? Because they don't have the antigens. They don't have A antigen or B antigen, and also they don't have RH antigen. Thereby, O negative is a universal donor. And AB positive, since they have everything, they have A antigen is there, B antigen is there, and also they have RH antigen. Thereby, they are called as universal recipient. So, O, you don't say that O is universal donor, it is O negative is universal donor, and AB positive is the universal recipient. And if your blood group is A positive, you can give blood to A positive and AB positive. And you can receive blood from A positive, A negative, O positive and O negative. O positive blood group person, they can give blood to O positive, A positive, B positive and AB positive, and they can receive blood from O positive and O negative. If your individual blood group is B positive, you can donate blood to B positive and AB positive, and you can receive from B positive, B negative, O positive and O negative. AB positive individual, they can give blood to only AB positive, and they can receive blood from everyone because they are universal recipient. And in the case of A negative, they can give blood to A positive, A negative, AB positive and AB negative, and they can receive blood from A negative and O negative. O negative, they are universal donor, so they can give blood to everyone, but remember they can receive blood only from O negative. B negative, they can receive blood from B positive, B negative, AB positive and AB negative, and they can receive blood from B negative and O negative. In the case of AB negative, that is a very rare blood group. All negative blood groups are little rare, and most important one is AB negative. They can give blood to AB positive and AB negative, and they can receive blood from AB negative, A negative, B negative and O negative. Okay, so that's all about the ABO blood group system. The next one what we are going to see is the RH blood group. So as I told you earlier, RH blood group indicates that is a protein which is present on the membrane of RBC. This was identified in 1940 by Karl Landsteiner and A.S. Wiener. They both identified this RH blood group system, and the RH blood group protein which is present on the RBC membrane, that is a membrane spanning protein which span the plasma membrane 12 times. You can see the assembled diagram I have given here. This is the RH antigen which will enter the plasma membrane 12 times. Okay. If your RBC membrane has this particular protein, you are considered as RH positive. If this particular protein is absent, then you are considered as RH negative. The common RH antigen, there are two different types of RH antigens are there. One is RHD, another one is RHC and E. RHCE, RHD and RHCE, but out of that the common one is RHD, or it is also called as antigen D. The RH locus that is present on the long arm of chromosome number 1. Remember that the RH locus is present on the long arm of the chromosome number 1. RHD and RHCE contain 10 exons which spans around 75 kb of DNA. RHD is flanked by 9 kb highly homologous sequence which is called as the rhesus box. RHD and RHCE differ in 35 amino acid, but the most common one is RHD. So mostly we'll be discussing, we'll be considering only the RHD. So RH antigen or the RH positive or negative, that will come into picture whenever we go for a blood transfusion. This is a very important factor. And the most important aspect about the RH antigen is already I told you under under hypersensitivity chapter. I told you about the erythroblastosis fetalis. You remember what is erythroblastosis fetalis? In the case of erythroblastosis fetalis, RH antigen that plays a major role. If the mother is RH negative and the fetus, if it is RH positive, during the first pregnancy, during the delivery time, the fetal blood that will get mixed with the maternal blood, little amount of fetal blood will enter into the mother's circulation. So the fetal blood is RH positive, whereas mother's blood is RH negative. When this RH positive blood enter into the mother's circulation, mother's body will identify this as an foreign particle, and it will start producing the B cell and the plasma cell and the memory cell. Plasma cells will produce antibody. Those antibodies will neutralize the RH antigen which has entered into the maternal circulation. But the memory cells will be retained there. During the subsequent pregnancy, second time when she is conceived with the RH positive baby, you know that IgG is the antibody which can cross the placenta. The memory cells gets activated. They produce immunoglobulin G which cross the placenta, enter into the placental, through the placenta, it enters into the fetal circulation, and these antibodies can bind with the RH antigen which is present on the RBC membrane of the newly born child. The fetal. So what happens is, in the fetal stage itself, the RBC lysis happens, and that can lead to hemolytic disease of the newborn, which is called as HDN, hemolytic disease of the newborn, wherein you can see hemolysis, a drastic hemolysis can be seen, and which can lead to death also. So this you can overcome by giving a monoclonal antibody injection after the immediately after the first delivery, that is within 24 to 48 hours. They give a monoclonal antibody injection which is called as the ROGA. It's a monoclonal antibody which will bind with the RH antigen which has entered into the mother's circulation. If that is given during the subsequent pregnancy, the mother and the child will not be facing any issue. Otherwise, the fetal will die in the womb itself, which is called as the hemolytic disease of the newborn, or HDN. Okay, so we discussed about all the different types of ABO blood group system. One point you have to remember is, in the case of O blood group, okay, in the case of O blood group, what exactly happens is, some of the individual, they will not be having H antigen. I told you that O blood group, they will have an antigen on the membrane which is called as the H antigen. If that H antigen, how the H antigen will be found? By the addition of fucose group, which is called as by the fucosal transferase. So if that is not there, okay, if that particular gene is not active, they will not be having the H antigen. That blood group is called as the Bombay phenotype or Bombay blood group. The blood group will be O. When you do the testing and all, the blood will be considered, or it will be coming as O blood group, but actually speaking, they will not be having the H antigen. Thereby, that was first identified in Bombay. That is why it is called as Bombay phenotype or Bombay blood group. When they go for transfusion, blood transfusion, they have to be very careful. They can take the blood, or they can receive the blood only from the Bombay phenotype individual. Clear? So that's a very rare condition. Only rarely you see that the RBC without H antigen. Usually RBC will have the H antigen, and on top of that other sugar moieties will be added, and it will be converted to A or B. But some individual, the H antigen will not be there because the fucosal transferase expression won't be happening, thereby H antigen will not be there. Their blood group is considered as the Bombay phenotype. Okay, so and the RBC is they don't have nucleus, so all this addition of glucose moieties and all those things will be happening in the precursors. Okay, in the erythropoiesis, during the precursor stage, the addition happens and the different types of blood groups will be found. Remember that RBC, there is no nucleus. Once after the formation of RBC, this will not happen. It will be happening during the erythropoiesis preliminary steps. Okay, so that's all about the ABO and RH blood group. whenever RH blood group is asked, you have to write about the erythroblastosis vitalis, which I have taught you under hypersensitivity. You can add those points here. Okay, so we'll in the next class we'll discuss about the other blood groups, the minor blood groups which are seen in the individuals. Thank you.